I'd like to mention about the rally on Saturday. Here at Santa Rosa, we were 6th in the nation overall in terms of turnout, and we were first on a per capita basis in the entire US of A, in the entire nation, and possibly therefore in the world. There was one, with one exception, there was a town in Oregon which has a population total of 12,000, and they had a turnout of 1,200, so there's 10%. Aside from that, Santa Rosa is the leader in this movement in terms of supporters showing up.
Hi, my name's James Ludeman. I'm part of the Occupy Santa Rosa movement. I have some information that a friend of mine passed along, and I'd like to share it with you all. The enemy is not religion. The enemy is not the banks. The enemy is not the governments. The enemy is not the establishment. The enemy is not globalization. The enemy is not corruption. The enemy is not monetary policy. The enemy is not war. The enemy is not guns. The enemy is not corporations. The enemy is not politicians. The enemy is not police. The enemy is not the rule of law. The enemy is not the political parties. The enemy is not people. The enemy is not consumerism. The enemy is not capitalism. The enemy is not our past. The enemy is not the system. The enemy is not industrialization. The enemy is not your neighbor. The enemy is not the military. The enemy is not the rich. The enemy is not business. The enemy is not the media. The enemy is not the stock exchange. The enemy is not the medical industry. The enemy is a series of ideas and beliefs which are supported by our society, our way of doing things. The people who experience the most success in our society often, at least partially, if not fully, subscribe to ideologies which do not support the sustainability of our planet and our kind. The enemies are a collection of ideas which have no regard for a rewarding and fertile future for all life on the planet.
It looks like we're having some of the General Assembly meetings every day, and we're perpetuating what we had with the organizing of the event. Now we're doing the General Assembly meetings throughout the day, one a day at 3:30. And we're really accomplishing a lot with the democratic process. It's slow and it's excruciating, but everybody's voice is being heard, and it's very exciting. If somebody blocks, we have that person kind of tell us why they block. And, we're really wanting to reach consensus, and a lot of the clear definitions are coming into play as to what this movement represents morally. We have a lot of committees who, are focused on specific things. So it really is a leaderful movement. We don't like to say leaderless because that's suggesting that none of us are leaders. There are so many people who are taking the initiative and working with a fire in their belly. And, some people are doing media, some people are doing strategy and action, some people are doing security, and so on and so forth. So it's really neat.
New York has some money now. Do you have any money to operate with here?
No, we're actually in debt. We're actually in debt. So we're still keeping our receipts, and if we have any capital, the money kind of goes to the people who have had receipts. So we're operating at a loss right now.
So how's the scene at night? Are people, how many people are staying, and are the police being, real cooperative or what?
We seem to be in a lot of people's living rooms, and we're trying to integrate, ourselves into the situation and integrate other people into our situation. And that makes for sometimes a little bit of dramatic, interaction. But for the most part, the cops have been really supportive, and they've been protecting us, and they're basically there to protect us, and they've been really cool about, not kind of abusing their power, I guess is what I'm really noticing. And I consider that success in any movement, and I would love to see another Occupy who has done it so well. Maybe I'm operating from ego, but I'm really proud of us.
Hello, my name is Joseph Sorensen, and I'm here on the steps of Santa Rosa City Hall today, and I have been for the last 3 or 4 days, because I am here to help these people do whatever they can in any way I can, and help them in their peaceful movement to try to put a message out to the rest of the people in a very peaceful and open way. And I want to just support that as much as I can and spread joy.
And I'm here because we're all trying to take back America because we don't even own our country anymore. And I'd like to see the economy, the infrastructure, the banks, stock exchange, you name it, you can go down the line. And there's just so many reasons for so many things to come back, and I think we should be uniting to stand back to where we started from in the first place.
My name's Jessica. I came here today to support the protesters and this event, and my story is that I lost my job in May, and I lost all my benefits and basically more than half of my income, and now I'm working 2 jobs and I can't afford to pay any of my bills, no food in the house. I'm just kind of like stepping back and looking at everything right now, and the economy's bad. People are losing their houses and people are working their asses off and they still can't afford to live. And there's all these people like big corporations and basically the 1% that can afford to live right now. And they're spending like 4 million people bought iPhones the other day, and there's people who can't even afford to have food in their houses. And I guess that's what matters. Apparently, big corporations selling things and people can't afford anything. So,
my name's David, and the reason I'm here is because I'm an unemployed machinist. And the thing is, I look at this as the beginning of the second revolution in this country. But I think the thing that's important, each and every individual go out and vote.
My name is Carl Kummerle, and I'm an 18-year-old transient supporting the Occupy Santa Rosa movement. And I want to get people to invest in their local credit unions and pull their money out of the big banks, because they're going to save money and it's going to be better for the world. And if you're watching this video, I want you to get your sign and bring it to downtown, because activism is your rent for living on this planet. Thank you.
I was very hopeful when Obama got in, and have been sorely disappointed. And as I'm nearing the ender of my life, I don't want my legacy to be that I left a world that will not last for our children and our grandchildren. I don't have children myself, but I am a person. I have a heart for humanity, and we all do if we look deep enough. Unfortunately, so many people are so stressed out by the economic conditions, loss of their houses, not knowing where their next food is going to come from, losing all their retirement, not having health care benefits, and being ill, and having to deal with mentally ill people because there are not social services, and distressed at the drone bombs that we are spending billions of dollars to kill and assassinate even American-born people overseas. Our constitutional rights of habeas corpus have been denied, and constitutions now have personhood rights without the responsibilities and culpabilities. The whole system is going jet speed to a big crash, and we need that crash to be in the direction of supporting those who are losing their homes and jobs, and not the bankers who are taking home billions, at least millions, in bonuses.
My name is Dean. I'm a resident here of Santa Rosa, and I'm here because I believe too big to fail is just too big. If a financial institution is so large that its failure brings down the economic well-being of a nation, then I believe the government should step in and downsize such a financial institution on the grounds of national security. And also, I don't like the way that the financial institutions are risking our money to fatten their wallets in such things as the derivatives market. And I think we should have a movement to downsize the derivatives market as well. It's just too dangerous to have such a thing financially, globally. So.
I'm here
Why are you here?
because I want to see these 3 guys in front of me instead of wearing Armanis and the DOJ orange jumpsuits. These guys have caused more inequity, more trouble, more problems, and it really forced certain people in this economy to just give up because there's no way to go. I don't know if it'd do anything, but it would sure make me feel better.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I'm here because corporations are taking over like our way of life, like the right to have shelter, the right to have food, the right to have a place to sleep. I'm just here to defend that and defend our rights to be educated because education should be free.
My name is Don Garrison. I'm here with Occupy Santa Rosa. I'm tired of the 1% running the world. I think it's time for working poor and middle class people to get out from under their debt and be able to earn a living wage for their work and be able to feed their children. Thank you.